Hello my viewers, I'm back at it again. Today I'm going to install this floor flange for the toilet. Only now that I know for sure that the 3-inch pipe is somewhere in the ballpark in this vicinity where I have this hole. I need to find out where exactly it is so that I can cut it to the right, in the right place where I can install this flange. So I'm going to make this hole a little bit bigger so that I can get my jigsaw in there. Because right now, see, this little pilot hole I drilled is too small. Yeah. So now I'm going to use this 3/4 inch bit to make the hole bigger. There. So, alright, so I still can't really get my finger down there, but that's okay. I can get the jigsaw down there. So I'm going to cut. Okay. Whoops. Uh-oh. I guess my blade wasn't in there very secure. Let's try that again. Alright, let's see if I can get my finger down there so I can feel around for where I need to be. Okay, I'm right there. Pipe is right here. So, let's see, I'm going to go to the edge here. Getting there. There. Yeah. So it's right there. So yeah, I'm going to throw my line here. Right there. Alright. By the way, just to let you know there, I'm not real concerned about these wood chips falling into the drain because I can suck them up with my vacuum. So that's a non-issue, by the way. Matter of fact, I dropped a stick down there once and I got it with my vacuum. So, just to let you know in case you were wondering. Okay, alright, now I had already drawn out and outlined where I need to cut where I need to cut anyway, but I wasn't really convinced that that was right where it was. So now I can be a little more positive about where I need to cut. And my pencil here needs to be sharpened. Let me see if I can get away with, whoops. Let's use it here one last time. Okay, there it is, outlined. So now I need to cut on this circle. So now I've got to figure a way to cut away enough this material so I can get my jigsaw in here. So, because I can't cut that directly right into there because I'll cut into the pipe, which I do not want to do. So I went ahead and got a mandrel from my hole saw kit, and I put that on here for my drill bit. That works. So I'm going to drill a hole here, and I know for a fact that saw blade's not going to fit in that small hole, so I'm just going to cut another hole. Let's see if I can get it in there now. Let's see if I can get lucky. Yay, I did it. Okay, so here we go. Let me see how close I am to just going in. Getting there. There's some areas I can cut out more. Let's see. Okay. Whew. It's gonna be a nice tight fit. And I'm just sort of dry fitting it right now. Okay. Just to make sure this is going to fit right, and it does. Okay, I'm not gluing it down yet or anything. Maybe I should, that's a little bit too tight to fit really. Let me just sort of trim a little bit more around here. Okay, that might be a little better, a little easier to live with. Okay, so next I'm going to put some sealer down around this area here, around where this floor flange is going to go. And the reason is because when it comes time to seal this floor, I'm not going to be able to get where underneath this flange properly, and that's going to be a very critical area to seal. So I'm going to do that right now. So the product I'm using here is called Blue Max. It's a product by Ames, and it is a multi-purpose liquid rubber waterproofer. And let me tell you, this stuff is the best as far as like wet location. You know, this is what you'd want to paint your basement floors with, or your basement walls, things like that. Look, you know, places that usually get wet. Alright, now I'm going to forewarn you that when you put this stuff down, you'll probably run everybody out for a day, because it does stink. Okay, you're going to know that, you know, paint of some sort is you know, went down. Okay, you're not going to be able to hide this. So, you know, if you're doing this for anybody other than yourself, you know, you may want to forewarn them. Some people can put up with the odor, but you know, not everybody. Me, I'm doing this right now, the day before I'm taking the day off, so it really didn't make much difference to me. And I'm only doing this to the area that I put the new plywood down yesterday anyway, so. Now I've learned the hard way to make sure that you seal the floor in a bathroom or something before you even put the floor flange down or anything else, because that's a high water area, and sure enough it's going to get wet. There's no doubt in my mind that it will. Of course, before applying this material, you should sweep, preferably really vacuum, the area that you're going to seal. You want a bunch of trash embedded in the stuff. Just make that putting your flooring down that much more difficult. Well, I can't really get too close to the tub with this yet. That needs to be brushed on. I'm going to be sealing up this entire bathroom floor before it's over. So, but for now, I'm just throwing this down, just because I have the glue max out. There it is. I just covered where I had put the plywood down at a given time here, you know. Right here too, of course. Okay. That's about all I'm going to do with this today. I'm going to give it a couple days for this stuff to really harden before I continue with putting the floor flange down. So, if you take a look here, this is for the kitchen sink area. This is the drain for the kitchen sink. But as you see, this is just a hole here, you know, in the floor. I want to be able to do better than this, okay? So what I thought up was, if I could get something that would fit here, okay, like this, a 6-inch. I could put the drain pipe in here, plus all my supply lines going out, and then foam it up, and that would solve so many problems. So that is where I'm at. Now, I'm going to outline here where I want the, where I want to cut. Okay. There. That should help. Now I'm going to take my jigsaw and start cutting on the line if I can. Let my saw blade decided to come out. I'm having a problem with this. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't think Black & Decker made that bad of a product. So let's try it again. Put it in here, clamp it down. Okay, everything's fine. We'll see. And it came out again. Maybe it's me. So let's see. Maybe I try to make too radical of a turn. I don't know. I usually don't have this kind of problem. But we're going to be positive. First I'll go ahead and just cut. What I got. My lines, probably because I didn't measure them very good or something. Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, terrific. That's terrific. figure out what I'm missing here. Get it down in there yet? Nope. I think so. Okay. I'm going to keep it going this way. Yeah. I keep outlining this because this isn't marking very well on this old plywood. There. Kind of almost, I am actually, but I gotta, yeah, it's kind of a tight fit. Let's see. Let's see now. All right. Huh. Okay, I think we're there. So, let's see, what I gotta do is put this right here. I need to see if this pipe is even connected. This is a little bit too flexible for, you know, for the kitchen sink drain. Unless it's on a flex pipe or something, it's crazy. So I'm gonna push this out, okay, like that. And then, let's see if I can get this outside. Okay, so I found out something here I didn't know. That they didn't even have this pipe here connected to the main plumbing, to the septic system. So that's something's got to be fixed. It was just sort of laying in there. I don't know what they were thinking when they cut that loose. Whoops. Go. Okay, there we go. That should do it. Just needed to, you know, have that a bit more secure so I can foam all this up, you know, as I go. I'll be able to get hopefully all 12 supply lines down in there. Hopefully, I should be able to. So, there we have it. Today I pulled out the old water heater where it was at. I don't believe it's any good. I can see where, I don't know, something happened to it at some point. And I don't really believe I want to risk hooking it all up again only to find out that it's no good and then having to undo it all. I think I'd rather just buy a new water heater. However, the space where the water heater was is right here. I cleaned it up pretty good. I've still got some of the holes in the floor to block up, but and of course I gotta repair this drywall back here. That's no big deal. But I'm thinking that this is probably best for, like, I don't know, maybe like a linen closet or something like that. Just tell me what you think. It's really funny, this little sign right here, you know, warning: this compartment is not to be used as a storage area, storage or combustible materials or containers or any or on or near any appliance in the compartment may create a fire hazard. Do not store such materials or containers in this compartment. Well, okay, yeah, bam, no good no more, because it's not necessary, because the water heater is no longer there. So, yeah, here we go. This is actually kind of a good thing, I think, to have extra space in this small trailer. And I thank you very much for watching. You don't have to like it, but I love it when you subscribe and comment. Thank you.